at the Super Bowl, woke up in Miami.
Hey.
Did you even go to sleep, Nate Burleson?
No, I didn't, Kay. I'm pulling an all-nighter, but
You
that's what we're
are.
doing here in Miami. We've been waiting all year to get here, and we are here.
Peter Trigger, how was your night?
My night was fantastic. I was texting Nate, no response, asking, can I get an invite now?
Weird.
Still waiting.
Well,
Nuts.
these guys got the invite. They'll be on our show here on set. Christian McCaffrey, the all-pro running back. A lot of running back love. Derrick Henry joining us as well. Love on defense. Von Miller and Frank Caliendo. I'm not ready to cry this morning at his impressions.
It's the best. Caliendo's going to kill it. I heard he might do an impression with someone on our show.
I haven't heard his
It might
Patrick
even be
Mahomes
you.
yet.
You haven't heard what?
His Patrick Mahomes.
He's been workshopping. Like he's back in his little shed behind his house, and he's ready. He's going to debut.
You think he does an imitation of someone on this show?
I do. Yeah, Peter, might even be you.
Maybe he does Will Selva, because Will Selva's so good at doing everybody else. Will, we miss you. We love you. We're sending our love from Miami on this Thursday morning. Take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Kay. Feel that love, and you guys look awesome out there. So I can't wait for the rest of the show and all the great guests that we have coming up. Though, in the meantime, give you some news. The last thing the Chiefs, of course, want to do is fall behind early in the Super Bowl. But if the situation happens to present itself, KC is more than equipped to handle it. The Chiefs coming back to notch wins against the Texans and Titans. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes was absolutely brilliant in both victories, completing 70% of his passes and throwing 8 touchdowns with 0 interceptions. And while they've shown they can come back when needed, Mahomes and company hoping they start faster so, they don't have to rely on a rally.
For us, it's about just going in there with the right mindset, not trying to do too much, staying within the game plan, and just playing like we played the last 3 quarters of both the last 2 games. And if we do that and just execute at a little bit higher level at the beginning of the game, we can hopefully not fall behind like we have the last 2 weeks.
Now for the 49ers, we showed you what tight end George Kittle said about quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo's texting skills, or lack thereof. Kittle calling Jimmy G the worst texter of all time, leaving him on red all the time. Crickets, nothing. Well, Jimmy G didn't dispute Kittle's claim, saying he's guilty as charged.
George called you the worst texter of all time. Would you like to respond to that allegation?
That's very true. That is very true, yeah.
Why don't you get back to him?
Oh, all right. Yeah, there's a little asterisk around there because I will get back to him most of the time. It just happens 3 hours later than what he texted me. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm just bad at it, man. I'll look at my phone, say, all right, I'll text you in 2 minutes, put it down, and then the next day comes and I'm like, damn. But, yeah, he keeps me honest about it.
All right, so it takes a while to get back to you, so this feels a little bit like Peter trying to get a hold of Nate to get into a party down in Miami. So certainly, Shregs, you know how Kittle feels at this point in time.
Kittle's texting Garoppolo about the Super Bowl and what we're going to do on 3rd down. I'm texting Nate about a table with Ricky Rose, and both of us are getting the same response.
I got an image to uphold, man. I don't want you sitting there ordering a double shot of iced tea. Iced coffee.
Well, I'm just worried about Nate's sleep. He just gets it on the show. Have you ever watched the program?
Every day.
Kyle's out with Slash, apparently, or a woman who might have looked.
It might have been a woman who looked like Slash.
Like
I think
Slash.
it was Slash. It was a top
If
hat.
anybody knows if Slash is here, you let us know. Will, we appreciate you. I think it's about time to take it to the bank.
Yeah.
Presented by Capital One. What is the one thing that you are willing to guarantee in Super Bowl 54? KB, go ahead.
There's a lot of takes in Miami. The takes arrived before us. A lot of takes about the Chiefs' defense, about it's all Mahomes, and the Niners are going to beat them up. Somebody on the Kansas City defense is going to set the tone. Guys, we like to set the tone on the show. There's some gentlemen behind us in Muscle Beach getting in dips at 7:15 in the morning. That's setting the tone for the day. And the AFC title game, Tyrann Mathieu set the tone. He said, you are not, look at that, there's a young lady doing it with an instructor. Oh, we got to go back to her. Never mind, Tyrann. All right, so Tyrann said, you think we're not tough? You think we're not tough on defense? What do you think of that? He absolutely leveled it. And guys, there's a great history in the Super Bowl of guys setting the tone early, whether it's Cam Chancellor against Demaryius Thomas, or at the turn of the millennium, it was Giants-Ravens, and Ravens linebacker Jamie Sharper said, not tonight, not in our house. This game was over the second this happened.
Collins with the football, pretty good protection, throws over the middle, incomplete, and a big hit. Boy, Ike Hilliard took a shot.
Hilliard says, what was that truck number?
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, he'll think twice about going in there again. He'll think twice about that again.
It is true, and it was over right then. I need somebody on Kansas City's defense to say, stop thinking this is the Pat Mahomes circus. We hit, we bring it, we're going to take you out early, and it's going to happen.
100%. Peter, what you got, man?
Okay, so we know Mahomes is going to throw the ball deep, right?
Yes.
We know he's going to take his shots. If you've watched the Chiefs the last 2 years, you know that at least once every game, Mahomes is going to throw that moon shot. I think about two in particular. One of them was against the Raiders last year in Week 17 when he was trying to break the record, 50 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He goes up against the Raiders, throws an absolute bomb, and you're like, how far can this guy throw the ball? He's always giving safeties trouble. Earlier this season, there it is. Watch this pass. This is from Patrick Mahomes off 1 foot. You can't stop it because he throws it deep over the middle. Goodbye, good night, 90 yards. We can do that. You go to the AFC Championship game, it's still an 11-point game, and sure enough, it's Mahomes. He rolls left, he then rolls right. It's off 1 foot. He's throwing the ball over the middle, and Sammy Watkins beats you deep.
Good night.
The name I'm going to mention right now is Jaquiski Tartt.
Let's go.
Mention it again.
Jaquiski Tartt is a fifth-year safety for the San Francisco 49ers. Mahomes is going to throw that deep pass.
You think?
He's going to throw it over the middle. He's going to get you there. Jaquiski Tartt's name will be trending Monday morning for better or for worse.
Okay.
This defense is so much better when he's healthy and in the lineup. He leads the team in tackles last week. They have 140 passing yards less when he's not on the field. Jaquiski Tartt is a stud. He's got an amazing name. He is going to be the game breaker, whether good or bad. If Mahomes beats him deep, good night, we're done. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. If Jaquiski Tartt can have an interception or a big hit, we're talking about Niners possibly hoisting that Lombardi. Jaquiski Tartt.
I like that. Jaquiski.
Already trending.
You need
Already.
a Tartt jersey.
29 Tartt. Rocking it all over the
29
Southeast.
Tartt?
It's pretty,
That's pretty good.
And we need a tart.
We're just so happy right now. Okay, take it to the bank. I'm going to talk about 49ers defensive end D Ford. Let's not forget, first-round pick with the Chiefs back in 2013. Pro Bowl season last year in Kansas City. 13 sacks, a league-leading 8 forced fumbles, including an NFL best, let's not forget, 7 strip sacks. But unfortunately, the 2018 season will be best remembered for lining up offside in the AFC Championship game, negating that game-sealing Javarius Ward interception. So with that happening, I don't know. I just feel like the offseason was weird. He was due a big contract. The Chiefs opt to franchise tag him. They trade him. They don't pay him. They basically said, we don't want you. We'd rather have Frank Clark. And now they're playing each other in the Super Bowl. So battling injuries, the Niners investment paid off. You racked up 7.5 sacks in 13 games. My prediction, take it to the bank. I think he comes up with a signature strip sack that only D Ford can do on Mahomes in a crucial point of this game. I'm seeing Brandon Graham vibes.
Brandon Graham vibes are perfect.
That is my ticket to the bank.
Ooh, that could get you to Disney World.
You got D Ford on defense. You got Jaquiski Tartt highlights. And I think that was Brian Billups.
Yeah, Brian Billick.
Yeah, Brian Billups.
Not Chauncey Billups, Brian Billick.
Not Chauncey. Love Chauncey Billups.
We love Mr. Big Shot. Nate's still partying. Dude, you just did Chauncey Billups.
Brian Billups. Hey.
Brian Billups.
Oh, my God.
Somebody give me some water.
I
Splash on
didn't
Nate.
say that, but hey, listen. What did he say? You think about twice before you think about that twice before you go in there.
Make the words, Nate. Yes, he'll think twice about before he does that again. The hamster wheel in Nate's head is so tired. What do you got, baby? What do you got?
Nate, take it to the bank.
Hey, I was trying to make a play on what I did last night.
Okay.
You know, you think twice before you go in there. It's like the Miami bathrooms, man. I walked in there, I was like, whoa, you got a lot of allergies, man. Doing a lot of sleeping in here. Here we go. This thing popping. So take it to the bank. You know what?
What's going to happen?
The Super Bowl MVP will not be a quarterback.
Okay.
When you think about the playmakers outside of the QBs, all right, 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, think about the running backs, right? We saw Raheem Mostert go off. He had a unbelievable – talk about it. Shout out Q. Hey, listen, he had an unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. And if you think about Pat Mahomes, as fantastic as he is, a few weeks ago, you had Travis Kelce, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Easily, if he has a game like that, could be the MVP. And then on the flip side, a couple of playmakers, and I'll bring it up over the next couple of days. Tyrann Mathieu for the Kansas City Chiefs. I promise you, he is a playmaker that can get his hands on the rock, and he could be the MVP. On the flip side, don't sleep on the fact that Richard Sherman has been here. He has seen this vibe. He understands what it takes to win the game. And not to mention, he has already got his hand on a couple of interceptions in the playoffs this year. So this season, when it comes to what we know as the quarterback position, it usually walks all the way into the Super Bowl. This isn't going to be the case. On Sunday, I guarantee that the Super Bowl MVP will not be a quarterback. And you can take that to the bank.
You mentioned Tyrann Mathieu. We'll be hearing from him live during our show. We're going to go to the press conferences. We've got you covered with reporters everywhere. Nate, Frank Caliendo's standing there just judging you the whole time. Saying that.